Sure this is working. Test, test, test. Yep, she's working. Test, test, test. Yep, she's working. Okay, so I've been thinking about it lately, and I figure player and banker I can use as red and black on roulette. And now I can do red and black. I'll do player for black, banker for red. And now what I can do is do the never lose system with colors and see how that works out. Because, I mean, if I do 7 progressions, which I'm pretty sure I could do about 7 progressions, I could do at least 7 progressions. Doing the colors. Alright, so red came up first. And now it would be this one right here. These two. And it's double. So I'm risking a total of 700. So if I get down to, is that 8,000 or 9? No, that's 9,272. So if I get down to 8,500, it's a wash. It's a loss and that's at 350 per. So we got 2 reds, red, red, and I gotta wait. I'm gonna sit out and wait. Actually, no, I can go with the red right now. Now, if I get down to 8,500, then that's the 350 bankroll. Will Vegas, the guy that tweaked this system and came up with it, he recommends a $500 bankroll. So that would be 1,000. All right, so that's black. So go on red again. And add. So he recommends $500 bankroll. The original system calls for 350. He recommends 500. So if I get down to 8,500, I will go down to 8,200. I will go down to 8,200. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Another black. Like I should have sat out and waited. Because it's not, my software is not telling me to bet yet. The first progressions are always observation only. All right, there we go. Got a red. And I think we're back in profit. All right, now it's telling me to bet. So even though it's observation only, I can still bet. I can still bet the progressions. And if you got my software, you would know how. Okay. All right, so 286. 286 is session high.
Hello, newcomers. Welcome to the roulette table. How are you today?
I need to figure out how to pin the YouTube chat on top of the Okay.
Now winning result is high and even. It is 24. Result from third.
All right, 288. How did I only win $2 on that?
Still
Oh, I think it was because I hit the frickin' middle. 288.
black result 2 times and red
Nope, no. Oh, god damn it.
and the last 5 round winning result is 24, 31,
I'm on the wrong side. I'm supposed to be on red right now.
4, and 28.
Damn it. Oh, all right. Well,
Result is high and even. It is
that's
22
good.
black.
All
Result
right, now I gotta go on red.
and from second dozen. Congratulations, still
All right, 304.
Thank you for the game. Let's open places. Live result.
And I'm shooting for 200. So I need to get to 9,400. 400 and I'll say 450.
I wish you good luck.
94.50 I need to get to. And that's our first session win.
Now winning
Okay, that's
result
black.
is low and even. It is 6 black. Result from third column and first dozen. Congratulations, still every fourth hole. Thank you for the game. Please remember, black result 4 times.
Because, I mean, using my software, it gives me an idea of where to go. I'm constantly moving my bets.
Result 8
With the other way, the original way, you're following the winner. Which you can get into some deep water following the winner. If it chops. And sometimes it chops for a long time. Of course, now that I'm fucking moving, it's staying on one side. Ah.
I wish you good luck.
All right, 3-0 something. 3 something. I was at.
27.
I think it was 302. All right, good deal. All right, 316. All right. Now, you can sit out. You can sit out because the software only tells you to bet once per progression. So you can sit out and wait. And that way you're not really... You don't have to bet every single spin using my software. With the original way to play the Never Lose strategy, you bet every single spin. And I mean, even that way, you don't have to. You don't have to bet every single spin. But if you use the software only tells you to bet one per set progressions per progression you set. You could set 3 progressions all the way to 7. And you could also use the AI brain if you want to use the AI brain. And just use player as black, banker as red.
Well, 14 red is the winning number of this round. Congratulations to you.
All right.
This one.
Here we go. We are not in session profit yet.
Pick it up. That's close. Oh, thank you. Enjoy.
So I'm just going to rebet.
26 black is the winning number. Congratulations to all the winners.
Okay.
26.
So
Any best
we
wish
bet.
you luck. I'm very much for you.
Add one.
It's about you.
So now we are at the third progression. That's the only thing that sucks about the colors
Oh, nice.
is if it hits the freaking color in the middle, which is only 4, but it seems to hit them pretty damn often.
Winning number, congratulations. And right number.
All right, there we go.
4 out of 5. Let's pay attention. Betting song?
I believe we were at 316, so I'm still not in session profit, but oh, red. All right, time for black.
Oh, come on. It's getting better.
So I'm going to go down to 2. I'll start at progression 2.
Close. Good luck.
I'll drop it down only 1 because I'm still not in session profit. I don't understand how. It makes no sense how I'm not in session profit yet. I could have swore I was at 316.
So 11 black is the winning number. And mark on
All right, that's a good one. Now I'm in session profit. 330.
Any best wish you get.
Now I can drop all the way down again. 330 is my new session high.
11. You enjoy it? That's so close. $27 are the winning number. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool, good hit. All right, red.
The betting song? I'll show you now.
Red again.
That's so close. Thank you so much.
All right, that's black.
28 black is the winning number.
See, it's chopping. Now it's chopping. If I was doing follow the winner, I'd be getting my ass handed to me right now. Now I'm only on the second progression. If I was doing follow the winner, I would have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. No, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I would have lost 8 in a row. 9 in a row now. But because I'm going back, I'm moving around. I'm not. All right. All right, now I go to black.
Numbers, thank you.
Yeah, because this would be the last progression. Because I'm only doing 5. But it'll continue on even if you hit your 5th progression. It'll still continue. All right, that's the first one that went the same.
That's fine even this one. 26 black.
Okay.
The betting song? Oh, should you like. So what about this one?
Wait, what was I on? Okay, I was on the bottom bet. So I only have to go to the second progression now. But I would have lost 8 in a row. Or 9 in a row. I would have lost 9 in a row if I was playing follow the winner. Like the original way. This way, yeah, I'm going to lose spins. But if it chops like that.
The winning number. Congratulations to all the winners.
All right, and now I'm right in profit again. So now I can drop back down.
And your betting song? Oh, should you like.
And you just go on whatever side the software says.
Numbers, and good luck.
356. 356 is the session high. Now, I'm only going to do one quick session here. Seeing now it's chopping again. And now it's chopping again.
Wedding time. Welcome, newcomers. Thank you for joining.
And I was on the second, right? Oh, no, I was only on the first bet. So I'm only going up to the second now. So, I mean, this is a way to just pick a side without, like, having to guess or following the winner or using certain patterns. Just let the software tell you where to bet.
28 black is the winning number. Congratulations to all the winners. 28.
All right, well, I didn't take a full loss.
Wedding
So
time.
that was black. And now I was on the second, right? Yep. Okay. All right, there we go.
So 6 black is the winning number.
Oh, that's a good hit, too. Oh, no. No, that wasn't a good hit. It hit the one that there's only 4 friggin' blacks on. So I am not in session profit. So. And I was at number 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. I just got that on in time. Oh, no, I didn't have to go up. I only had to stay at 3. Shit. I did not have to go up. So that was a mistake. Damn it. Hopefully it lands on red. Of course not, dude. Fucking Christ. And it hit. Yup, it had to hit the friggin' middle, too. So was that black? Alright. Yeah, I screwed up. I screwed up on that one. Damn it. Yeah, I messed up on that one. I only had to be at level 3. I didn't have to go all the way up to level 4. I didn't have to up a level because I won. Of course, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Here we go. Now it's staying on the damn winner. So yeah, this is a downside. This is a downside. Because if it's telling you to bet the opposite and it keeps staying on one side, then yeah. It's going to hurt. And you're going to take losses. But you also saw me go real bad. You saw it go real bad playing the original way as well. So it's just another option. All right, there we go. And of course it hits the one with only 4 blacks. Like, bro. So now I have to stay at this level. That's the only thing I hate about the colors. Playing the colors with this strategy, that's what sucks. Because there's only 4 friggin' numbers from the color you're on, but it has a tendency to hit in the fucking column you're not on. Alright, there's a good hit. But we're still not in session profit, so we have to do that again. And I was at level 5. Level 5. And hopefully it breaks the red now because it's gone 2, 4, 6, 7 friggin' blacks in a row. And normally I wouldn't bet against the streak, but I'm doing what the software is telling me to do. I'm betting on the side the software is telling me to bet. And it was the right choice. And it's a good hit. Now we are in session profit. I can drop all the way down to the bottom again. We are at 384. Oh, no. Undo red. That was red. And now we can go all the way down again. And we are well into session high now. We were at what, 356? We're at 384 now. All right.
25 rounds is the
Another
winning
good number.
Congratulations to all the winners. 25.
Another good number.
Betting farm and should get lucky.
392. And now see, this isn't follow the winner. You're not following the winner anymore. So, yes, it could go south. Which you saw, it went pretty bad. We were at level, what, 5? We were at level 5. But it worked out. Okay. Yeah, and see, this is the thing about moving around. That's the thing about moving around. And that was, what, my first? That was level 1, right? Yeah. Okay.
And that's the winner.
What was that? 394, I think, right?
So 5 rounds, the winning number of this game round. Congratulations.
Of course, hit the fucking middle.
So the betting farm
So I gotta stay at the same level. Yeah, I'm not at the session high. Not at the session high yet. 394 it was, I believe. If we hit a good number on this one, should hit session high again. Just gotta hit a red on column 1 or 3. All right, that's a good hit. Yep, that's a good hit. All right, 402. 402. And we can come all the way back down again. See, I kind of like this. I kind of like this way better. Because then you're not guessing. Like if I'm following the winner and it starts chopping, I'm like, okay, should I switch? Or as soon as I switch, it's going to go back to friggin'... All right. Yeah, I took a full loss too, so... All right. It's like, should I now switch to the opposite? Because I already know if I switch to opposite, now it's going to start following the winner again. And then you take a couple losses to follow the winner, and are at doing the opposite. And now you're like, okay, I lost 2 or 3 at follow the opposite. Now I'm going to switch back to follow the winner, and it goes back to chopping again. So I kind of like this. Yes, you're going to take losses. Like, I mean, it is what it is. You're going to take losses. Okay, that is my second loss, right? I was on level 2, right? Yeah. All right. All right. And 402, session high. And yes, if it does the opposite of what you're betting, of course, you're gonna get into the weeds. Like, you're gonna take losses no matter what you do. All right, that's a good hit. And we aren't in session profit yet, so we gotta just rebet. And I mean, ultimately, what you're trying to do is just get back down to base bet. I mean, if you stay up here, I'm at level 3 right now. I was at 399. I'm going to be much further in profit if I hit this one now. And I did. And I hit a good number. Now look how far in profit I am. I'm pretty much... Oh, no, 450 I was going to. Look how far in profit I am now. Now I'm at 420. I'm shooting for 450. And now I'm back at base bet again. So I'm stress-free now. I'm not stressing out trying to get to the base bet again. I am now stress-free. And I'm just collecting winnings now.
Betting, son.
But I do. I like doing this with the system. Or with my software. Because then I'm not trying to... Alright, another good hit.
17 black is the winning number.
Yeah, that's a good hit too. Yep. And now, even though it's on a black streak right now, the software is telling me to change to red. Maybe I'll hit it, maybe I won't. And you could skip this bet if you want. Since you see it streaking black, you don't have to bet red now. You can be like, all right, it's telling me to bet red. I'm going to sit out this one. See if it's still going to stay on black. But I'm just pushing it. I'm betting every spin because I want to test it. I'm testing it right now. All right, and I did hit the middle too. So that one didn't work out. And yes, sometimes you're going to hit when it tells you to switch. Sometimes you're not. It's just the way it is. Just like if you're following the winner or following the opposite. You're going to hit sometimes and sometimes you're not. It's just the way it is. So we were at 428, I believe. Yeah, 428. All right. And see, now. Yeah. Yeah, we're way up now. And now I can drop all the way down to base bet again. And now, if I was following the winner, I would have lost that anyway. Yes, I would have got a good amount of blacks in a row. But it's just another option. And it takes the guesswork out of, okay, should I go to opposite now? Should I stay on same? Follow the winner? I like this because it takes the guesswork. I'm not guessing. All right, there we go. I made $200. All right, I'll try to make 300. I'll try to make 300. All right, so that was red. Yep, red again. I'll see if I can get to 9,500. 9,500 is the goal. 250. $250. And I mean, so far, I've gone nowhere near my bankroll. Nowhere near what I'm risking. Okay, and now I switch to black. Even though it's on a red streak. You see, it's on a red streak. The software is telling me switch to red. Or switch to black, so that's what I'm doing. And I might lose it. It might continue on the red side. Absolutely, it could continue on the red. But it didn't. And it's a good number. And now I'm on black again. And I'm at base bet, so there's no stress. I'm not stressing about it. I'm just doing what the software tells me to do. That's it. All right, so it switched back to red. But I also didn't take a full loss. I lost $4.
wish you good luck.
That was red, and now it's telling me to stay on black. I mean, the highest I've gotten so far was level 5. You saw how high I got with a couple of sessions that I played doing it the original way. I was all the way up to progression, what, 20, 24, or 22 or some shit?
Congratulations to all the winners.
I mean, yeah, it could go very badly. Definitely. Like, now that I said something, watch it push me all the way to that level. That'll be funny. That'll be hilarious. Because I had to open my mouth.
Thank you so much.
And like I said, you could do one progression each progression you set. You don't have to keep playing. You don't have to do every spin. And that's a good hit. And now I'm back in session profit. So I can drop all the way back down again. Drop all the way back down again. And what I like about this using the software is if you are playing on the auto roulette, where there's the wheel, the real wheel, and the ball. That's a good hit. The real wheel and the ball, but it's a computer. I don't trust those. I think the one near me is freaking rigged to hell. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But there's no way for the computer to follow what you're doing. There's no way for it to follow you. Because there's no pattern you're following when you're using the software. You're not following any pattern. So the computer can't pick up on what you're doing. If you're following the winner and that shit is rigged, it can pick up on what you're doing. All right, I only need one more hit now. And now, even though we're on a good black streak right now, it's telling me to switch to red. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch to red because that's what it's telling me to do. And I only pretty much need one more hit. And I hit the 9,500. And that's all I was shooting for. I wanted to get to 9,500. And then I'll call the session. Because I don't want this to be a super long session. I also have to get ready to go to the casino as well, so. Because I got to go play my Baccarat session. And boom. Oh, no. Oh, I switched to red. Yeah, I forgot. I switched to red. And we took a full loss there, so. Alright, that's fine. So, went to black. And it's telling me stay on red. Now, I believe if I hit this one, it will put me over my goal. Should put me over the goal if I hit this one. Now, it is on a black streak still, so if I was following the winner, I'd be okay. But I'm not doing that. Alright, it's still going with black. But at least I didn't take a full loss that time. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, my God, I can't believe I just did that. I just completely just screwed that up. I just completely just screwed that up. I just cleared the whole board. Jesus Christ. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed clear instead of undo because I put in the wrong result. So now I'm starting over again. So it's a new pattern I'm getting. All right. And there we go. 9,500. So I screwed up. I screwed up my board and reset the whole damn thing. But, boom, got it. Because it gave me a new pattern. Or it gave me a new bet. It gave me a new bet to do. So, yeah, because when you reset, it gives you, it changes. the software changes. It doesn't do the same bets. So, but 9,500, I hit the goal, and the highest I got was what, level 5 or level 6. So not bad, not bad at all. In 35 minutes, I made $300. Made $300 in 35 minutes. And what did it go to there? Because I would have been on red. Oh, went to black. But anyway, I figured I'd try, because I've been thinking about it. You know what? I do red and black with this, and it didn't seem to work out. I mean, it worked out, but I got really high in the progressions. I got real high in the progressions, and it went bad. It went really bad. So I figured, you know what? Instead of following a pattern or a set, like trying to guess on what to do, whether to bet opposite of the color that's coming up or bet the same. See, if I was following the winner, I would have done all right on this one. But a lot of times it chops. Like in the beginning, I would have went to level 9 or 10 right off the bat, because it chopped 8 or 9 times. So it would have been bad in the beginning. But like now, it's following the winner. It's just following the winner. It's going streaks. It wasn't doing that in the beginning. But this way, and even if I'm chopping, the software is telling me to chop, I'm going to hit every other bet, so I'm still going to make money. I'm still going to get my money back and make my profit, because I'm only going to the second level. It's when you go past levels 4 and 5, or once you go past level 3, that's when you have to start winning more than one in order to get back to your session high. And luckily, this time I only went to, what, level 5, I think? I think the highest I went was level 5. But I will continue testing this. I will do more lives, more live streams doing this, and see how it goes. I'll continue testing it with my software. It's my Baccarat software that I came up with. So if you're interested in the software, shoot me an email. If not, I appreciate you watching and supporting the channel. And until next time, this is Robin Casinos.